Abigail Rausch, and I'm giving a persuasive speech on lowering the drinking age. We spend our youth waiting to turn 18, the age where we can do anything we want, as we're finally legal adults, free from the reign of our parents. You can vote, join the army, buy cigarettes and porn, be prosecuted as an adult, and so much more. However, we aren't allowed to consume alcohol. We're allowed to vote on the future of our country, but we aren't allowed to have a beer at a barbecue. We're prosecuted as adults and are expected to make grown-up decisions, but we can't have wine with dinner. By the age of 16, we are mature enough to drive a vehicle, but at 18, when we are technically considered adults, we can't make the mature decision whether or not we want to drink. How can we be considered adults, but still be withheld all the rights of an adult? This is why in my speech, I will discuss the reasons why the U.S. should lower the minimum legal drinking age. My first reason is that allowing 18 to 20-year-olds to drink alcohol in a regulated environment will help to decrease unsafe drinking activity. Since this age group is not allowed into more supervised places like bars and nightclubs, they're more likely to drink in dangerous places, such as fraternities or at house parties. This makes them more prone to binge drinking, which is when you consume 5 or more alcoholic beverages in a short amount of time. A side effect of binge drinking is alcohol poisoning, and that occurs when one consumes a toxic amount of alcohol. It can make you throw up, pass out, be disoriented, and can even be fatal. Few young people bother acknowledging the fact that they're committing a crime when they drink because of how widespread it is. Many will also choose to get fake IDs, which make ethical compromises that don't show respect for the law. The current laws force underage drinking underground, out of sight of parents, supervisors, and law enforcement officials. This creates a dangerous environment for inexperienced drinkers who are particularly vulnerable to binge drinking and alcohol poisoning. Young people effectively avoid the current laws, which is an indicator that the legislation should be modified or rewritten. It also causes them to be less likely to seek medical attention if something does go wrong, like getting alcohol poisoning, because they don't want to get in trouble with their parents and with the law. My second reason is if the drinking age is lowered, then it will also create more of a need for teens to become educated about drinking through school programs that teach more than just not to drink. In 2008, chancellors and presidents of universities came together to form the Amethyst Initiative. As leaders at universities, they believe that the drinking age being 21 is not working because these young people are only taught that abstinence from drinking instead of the consequences that come with it. Together, they work towards getting the law to be changed so we can have safer environments for young people to drink in. Founder of the Amethyst Initiative and president of Middlebury College, John McCardle, believes that states should be able to set their own drinking age, and people will be required to obtain a drinking license. In order to get this license, you must take an educational course in alcohol, and you will only be allowed to drink in that state. In a 2009 study done by Harvard professor Jeffrey Mirren, he concluded that any life-saving effect in the states that first raised the drinking age was only temporary, occurring in the first year or two of switching the legal age. This helps show that the law is not, in fact, saving as many lives as it would like to state. My third reason is that in almost all other countries, especially in Europe, the drinking age is lowered to either 16 or 18 without much consequence. While drinking rates tend to be higher, fewer teens report being drunk in the last 30 days, in a study done by Alcohol, Problems and Solutions, a website that is dedicated to alcohol awareness and laws. In the study, 21% of American teens reported to being drunk versus the 13% of European teens. Instead of trying to keep alcohol from young people, they have tried to figure out a way to enforce rules more strictly and crack down on drunk drivers. This is what the United States is doing wrong. They are focusing on keeping alcohol away while they should be educating and enforcing the law and dangers of breaking it. In Germany, where the drinking age is 16, there is a higher rate of alcohol-related accidents among the 21 to 24-year-old group rather than the 18 to 20-year-olds, according to the German Center on Addiction Problems. In most European countries, there is also a lower blood alcohol content level that is legal, so they're more likely to be punished for drinking and driving. In France, all drivers are required to carry a kit that can test for alcohol content, and they are subjected to a fine if they are found without one. In conclusion, the United States should rethink the minimum drinking age being at 21. While it may have shown results at the beginning, it didn't have significant lasting effects, as shown by the study done by Harvard. It is much safer for teens to be drinking in controlled environments where there is more supervision, such as bars and restaurants, rather than in dorm rooms or house parties. It will allow them to seek help in cases of emergency without the fear of getting in trouble with the government. Lastly, having a low age and putting faith in their citizens has been working for Europe for centuries and has shown that it isn't always dangerous if the right laws are in effect. It's important to have strict laws, especially in regards to drunk driving, as well as education for teens on the dangers and consequences of drinking. This is why I'm for the government to lower the minimum drinking age law that is currently in effect. Thank you.